Hi and welcome to this What the Hell reading. These readings are designed to give you succinct and quick insight into an issue. So in the effort to make this quick and save you time, I've pre-shuffled the cards and I've pulled from different oracles and tarot decks here to give you a well-rounded reading on a particular issue. Keep in mind these What the Hell readings are not timed, they're timeless, so the readings will be relevant whenever you watch them. So feel free after you watch this one to browse through the rest of the playlist to find other readings that will help you with insight on different topics. So the layout for the spread is going to be here. This is Where Am I Now from the Morgan Greer deck. What challenges do I face? What resources can I use? Hidden forces. The potential outcome. And from the runes we have their spiritual lesson. It's a really interesting reading. My first impression obviously is there's like 3 coins cards, 3 pentacles cards in the reading. And this rune actually can also be about resources, financial resources, physical resources. This rune is called Uruz. And it relates to the Strength card from the Major Arcana. But it also has to do with life force, with taming life force, with new beginnings as well, with physical energy. It can represent domesticated and wild animals as well. That also connects it there to the devil, I see. You can see also in the devil card there's this pentagram. So that's kind of also tying this reading together. I feel like a lot of what this reading has to do with is the material world and the exploits of the material world, the bondage and the misuse and the abuse that the misappropriation of resources from the physical world can cause, the pain and the discomfort and the bondage that causes. So with this card here, the 8 of Cups being in the position of what resources can I use, it's a pretty clear indicator for me that this reading is about walking away from material exploitation of the physical world. I mean, these readings are designed to be little snapshot readings for insight on specific issues, but lately these have been coming through as very much collective energy readings. So I'm seeing this as well in terms of what's happening in the world right now. It's like we have created such a bondage and abused the physical resources and nature and what is available to us. And these other cards in the reading are telling me clearly that misappropriation of energy and disrespect and disregard for nature is what we need to seek to change. We need to evolve ourselves away from this kind of blatant disregard for natural resources and our selfish taking of what we want. Because in the end, it ends up all these cards are in the reverse position. No satisfaction will ultimately come from that kind of exploitation. There's a need for a rebirth here. There's a need for walking away from that kind of behavior and the seeking to find more discipline and more love and more compassion and more respect. It's such an honor to be here in the earth. There's no place in the universe like it. Why do we continue to destruct? Why do we continue to take and not give, and not care for, and not balance, not harmonize with nature? It's a privilege for us to be able to be on the earth plane. And the earth is very generous. The earth has many abundant resources that she's willing to offer us to use. But only so much taking and abusing can happen before Gaia will seek to rebalance. And this kind of energy can be reflected in our individual daily lives too. I feel many people at this time may be seeking to shift gears in terms of the way that they earn money, the way that they bring financial reward into their lives. What type of tasks or what type of work do you pursue in order to do that? You have the 8 of Pentacles in reverse here, suggesting that you may be seeking to find new ways, new skills to develop to be able to do that in a way that's more in alignment with integrity, that is more respectful, that is more honoring. I feel many people are wishing to walk away from types of work that has been lacking in meaning, or mundane in ways that are not fulfilling, or work that is exploitive of other people. Ways that people have created wealth that seek to take advantage of other people, or that takes advantage of nature, or that doesn't contribute anything back of value. I see that as a collective theme right now. Many people are addressing these issues in a very serious way, seeking to access a more spiritual connection to the work they do, and are less driven by the financial reward that that work can bring. I'm going to take a look at this rune a little bit deeper. So, in one of the texts that I have, it says here, Uruz, physical speed and strength, untamed potential, a time of great energy and health, freedom, action, courage, strength, tenacity, understanding, wisdom, sudden or unexpected changes, sexual desire, masculine potency, the shaping of power and pattern, formulation of the self. Another text that I have says, the rune of termination and new beginning. If it is pulled, it means that the life you used to live has grown out of its frame and needs to be left behind now, so that the life energy can liberate itself, like a rebirth, into a new one. Be prepared for the chance that hides itself behind the costume of loss. At this time, modesty is demanded, because in order to rule, you must serve first. I like that. I resonate with that more than the first interpretation. I have one more here. Uruz, this is the rune of strength, good health, and sometimes advancement in career. It might also represent the male in a relationship. Drawing this rune is a good indicator that your wish or dreams will come to pass. Uruz indicates a time of great energy and health for you. It is a rune of sudden or unexpected changes. Uruz represents improvement in your business or finances, especially paired with business or finance runes. It will happen, but only through hard work. There will be new challenges and responsibilities along with the strength to take them on. So, different takes on the rune from different texts. But in context to the rest of this reading, I would suggest that the energy of this rune is bringing one more, which has to do with the tenacity required to use humility and to use best judgment and to use your moral compass to make decisions that will end an old cycle, one which may have been comforting in the sense of it bringing material success and reward, and taking options that remove you away from that material success but into a place of greater integrity, greater alignment with what is correct and with what is good and with what is righteous. And that can be a difficult decision for most people, because the culture that we've been, conditioned by teaches us that material success is what we should strive for. And that's not to say that we can't have material success and be in full alignment. That is possible, but we need to look at the way we do things. How do we generate financial reward? How do we work with the resources that we have available to us? How do we work with the people that we have around us? How do we work with the spaces that we're in? What kind of value can we provide back to our communities? What kind of service can we be in? How can we liberate from attachment, from bondage, from dependency? These are all the questions that we need to be asking right now. We all want liberation from the type of karma that's been created from the last however many 100 years of taking that humans have done on the planet. And for many of us, we may be aware of the karmic cycles that are playing out now, where long lineages of taking advantage of and abusing and misalignment, misshapenness, contortion of reality, coming from as far back as even off-planet endeavors to enslave the human race for an agenda that's much bigger than many of us can even imagine. But we are the generation. We are the generation. It's us that's going to break that cycle. That's going to end that karmic load of slavery, of abuse, of war, of greed. This is the moment we've all come here for. This is the work. This is the karma. This is the karma that we have chosen to involve ourselves in by choice to help break this long, toxic cycle of abuse. It's time to swing the pendulum back into balance. We can live in a whole and holistic and integral way with each other and with the planet. There's nothing that says that we need to take what we want in order to have a good quality of life. That's false. That's a lie. But it's up to each and every one of us to choose to use integrity, to choose to do the right thing, to choose to say no to getting what we can get with disregard to the others. It stops here. Well, that was a little heavy download there, but I'm actually really enjoyed this reading. I hope you found it helpful and useful. Please do share and like and comment if you did. It was an honor and a pleasure to bring that through for you. Thank you so much. We'll see you in the next reading.